So, we had our first day of spring this week. Yay! However, I live in Toronto and it is still cold. Unfortunately, I think we still have a few weeks of sweater wearing ahead of us. And if you're anything like me, you've been wearing a sweater since October. So it's October, November, December, January, February, March, April. You may be getting tired of wearing sweaters, or better yet, your sweaters might be looking a little tired. Well, I have a little trick today that's going to help revive your sweaters and extend the life of them, or at the very least, get them fixed up for you to put them away for the end of the season. And don't get me wrong, I love sweaters. Sweater weather is my favorite season. But what comes along with loving sweaters and wearing them a whole lot are those less than desirable fuzzies, the pilling that occurs often on the arms or under the arms or on the sides or all over the place if you're like me. And this little trick that we're going to do today is going to remove them. So there is a tool that you could go out and purchase that is called a sweater shaver or de-pilling machine. These little battery operated devices that you go put over the sweater, and it shaves and cleans up all the fuzzies and sucks them into a little back area, and then you can dispose of them. Those machines can run you anywhere from $20 up to $60 or $80, depending if you go with all the bells or whistles. So if you have a lot of sweaters to do and you're okay with that investment, then that might be a route for you to take. But my little trick will cost you less than $5 and just needs a little bit of this. No, I'm just kidding. It's really easy to do. It takes a little bit longer, but you can do it.
So, all we need for this project is a lint roller and a disposable razor. I actually went to the dollar store and got a package of 3 razors and the lint roller for $3.64. Alright, so we've got our sweater. You want to do it on a hard surface like an ironing board. If you don't have an ironing board, you can use a hard book. You just want something to go in between the 2 layers of fabric to keep it nice and tight. So we're going to slip our sweater on the ironing board between the front and the back. You want to make sure it's nice and snug and nice and flat. You want to avoid having any wrinkles anywhere. And then we take our razor. So we're just gently going to shave it. You're just going over top. Not going too hard, just loosening up all the little fluffs. And you really want to make sure you're going in the right direction. So going with the grain, not against the grain. This would be the wrong way, because this is going to help us avoid ripping the sweater or putting any holes in it. Especially important with anything with a pattern. So see here with the pattern in the sweater and the ribbing, you really want to go with the pattern, with the lines, because if you fight it, you might tear it or put a hole in it. So we're just going over the sweater. See how it's loosening up those fluffs? It's really quite easy. You don't have to push very hard. It just kind of glides over top. And it's oddly satisfying. You can really see your progress as you go. And then as it loosens up, you just go around and you can pick up the fluffs. And as you go along, for the smaller ones, that's where we'll get the lint brush to use, because that'll come in handy to get them. But you just kind of go at it. It does take a little while, but it's really easy. So you can always just put on Netflix, watch your favorite show, or you can listen to some great podcast to kind of make the time go. But yeah, we can speed this up a little bit. So at some point, the blade is going to get full of all the fluff from the sweater. So you can just wipe it in the opposite direction with a rough piece of fabric. And you can also blow some of the fluff out. It comes out pretty easily because it's quite light. But you just probably need to clean it out every once in a while, depending on how much fluff is there. Once you've got a large portion of the sweater done, you can take the lint roller and get all the little bits. Now we're going to move on to the arm. It's a little bit trickier. You just want to make sure, again, that it's nice and flat. You're avoiding any kind of wrinkles. And you can pull it so it's a little bit tight as you go, because that is going to help you get closer shave to the sweater and avoid, again, getting any kind of little cuts or rips in the fabric. So you just keep going, slowly working your way around the entire sweater, and until you're done and you're satisfied. Easy peasy. Look at that, all finished.
Gray sweater done. Look at all those fuzzies are gone. It's as good as new. I can't wait to reintroduce this into my wardrobe. It did take a little bit of time, but it's inexpensive and it's easy, so you can do it while you watch TV or something. And it's still a heck of a lot better than having your favorite sweater sit in a drawer somewhere and not be worn anymore, or worse, feeling like you have to throw it out and replace it just because it has a little bit of fuzzies on it. So, at the very least, you'll get a few more seasons out of it.
Thanks again for tuning in. You can always come hang out with me over on Instagram at Wallace Reed and my personal account at The Real Amy Marie Wallace. See ya!